There's only one thing you need to do to fix your reactivity problem. If you can fix this one thing, then you should have no further problems. And the one thing is the walk. Every case with a reactive dog is the same as your case with your reactive dog, and that is your dog walks in front of you. Why? Why is your dog in front of you? Why are you not in charge of this dog's walk? Here's a fun fact. Every dog is reactive to some degree. We don't care about the reactivity. Of course we care about the reactivity, but what we're trying to solve is the outward display. The dog is barking at other dogs. The dog is whining. The dog is not walking next to you. That is what we're trying to fix. If you can fix the walk, you can fix the dog. Your problem is a relationship problem. Your dog doesn't understand why you're not taking charge, so your dog has to take charge. And your dog is not ready for that. Your dog doesn't know what to do when it sees another dog. Your dog doesn't know what to do when it sees a car or a bicycle, so it freaks out. And the fact that it's in front of you means that it has to make the decision, and so it goes wow, 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 trying to bark that thing away, hoping that thing doesn't come close to it. Or maybe you have an easier problem, leash reactivity. The dog is just excited and wants to go meet another dog. In any case, the solution is the same. It's still the one thing. I have many videos on ericandcaprithepup.com that'll show you how to build the right relationship with your dog. But in this video, I'm going to give you 3 simple rules that I reinforce with all of my dogs, which is why I'm able to walk reactive dogs and they're not reacting. At any point in time, I can pick up a dog and someone will say, this dog is reactive, this dog is doing this dog's doing that. And of course, what do they all have in common? The dogs all walk like this. If that's how you're walking with your dog, and your dog pulls you here, there, and everywhere, then that is the first and really only thing that you need to fix for you to be able to actually enjoy going on a walk with your dog where your dog understands that you're in charge. So right now, I'm being pulled, and this dog is in charge. This dog is leading me. So imagine I run into a dog like this. With a bit of training, changing directions. Very simple. Changing directions. The dog goes past you, change directions. That's all you need to do for your walk. It's so simple, yet most people do not do it. And I don't understand why. See? This way. Good. We'll fix this problem. Then, when we get to a dog, we're just gonna walk past the dog. Simply. Why? Because the dog is realizing that if I go past him, this is going to happen. Alright, let's see. We've got him right here, now he's focused and he's lost interest. Good. He goes past, pop. Change directions. Come right back. Will he make the same mistake? Let's find out. Good. Gently. Good. Come on. Good. 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 You see? The problem has never been the dog. What have I done here that's so magical? Nothing really. All I did was correct the dog for walking past me. I don't care if the dog is reactive initially, because of course the dog is reactive. That's why the dog is getting trained, right? Every dog is reactive. Every dog responds to another dog barking. So using a dog that's reactive to teach another dog how to be less reactive doesn't make sense. But we don't live in a world that makes sense, and we cannot have things be perfect. So regardless of what's going on out in the world, we are not going to respond to the world in that manner. Okay, however you feel, that's fine. We'll take care of that eventually. I'm going to reward the dog when the dog makes the right decisions. But until then, no. If I'm walking, you're walking with me. And it's as simple as that. If you stop and your dog keeps moving, good. Okay, that means that your dog is not walking with you. In fact, I didn't even like that. When I stopped, there you go. Good. I want the dog to stop and sit. Good. Okay. When I give the dog a release command, the dog is allowed to move. When you're dealing with reactive dogs, you have to take control of these situations. You cannot leave it up to the dog. Okay? The dog has to learn. See that correction? Good. The dog goes, oh yeah, my bad. I was walking with you. Good. I'm happy to reward the dog when the dog responds to me and does what I'm asking. But if the dog is not, then the dog is going to get corrected. It's as simple as that. So many people are peddling this force-free training, don't correct your dog training. If you don't correct your dog will not know right from wrong. How do you teach a dog no? You don't just say no. If you say no and your dog just looks at you like, oh, I'm sorry, you say what? You say no. Oh, okay. And your dog just starts winking at you and you're just like, what the hell's going on? That dog does not understand no. If your dog is reactive and you're having a hard time walking with your dog, just keep things simple. Your dog moves past you, change directions. But make sure your dog understands why you're doing it. So there needs to be a pop at the end of that directional change. Of course you're not going to do it now. Why? Because you're trained. Because you understand the rules. That's the sound of 3-guard dogs. They've seen us. And we've seen that they've seen us. And we see them. We acknowledge that. And what we're going to do is just ignore it. We're just going to keep walking like there's no problem. All right? So if I don't change my mood, then my dog doesn't change his mood.
Oh, he's spitting on you, rapper. That again?
If I don't change my mood, my dog doesn't change its mood. So if he decides to change his mood when I haven't changed my mood, then we're not in sync anymore. Now we have problems. All right? So I'm not cutting the video, just flipping it around. We're just gonna walk past this house. Good. Nothing wrong with looking, because there's some crazy stuff happening. Nothing wrong with looking. You can look. What have you learned today? I'll tell you what you've learned. You've learned that when you're walking with your dog simply needs to learn to walk with you. Your dog simply needs to learn to be obedient. Your dog simply needs to see you as the figure of authority in its life. When you stop moving, your dog needs to stop with you and look at you like, what's next? That is what you need when you're dealing with reactive dogs. It's not a hard problem to solve, but it is a problem that so many people have. Looking's free, touching's gonna cost you. Always remember that. Life lessons from Uncle E.
Make sure your dog is hungry before you go out for a walk. Pack your pouchy pack with some of the best foods, some of the best toys and the best treats that your dog is going to get whenever your dog does what you ask your dog to do. It is important to remember that we're reinforcing behaviors and we need to give the dog something when we're asking for something, especially if you're working with a working dog. It is not enough to correct the dog away from a behavior. It is more important that we tell the dog, this is what I want you to do, so that the dog can keep doing it. I'm going to need you to like this video. I'm going to need you to leave some comments and let me know what other kinds of videos you would like me to make for you. And finally, please subscribe. It's a new channel and we're trying to build, so I'm glad you're here.
So just turn like that. And then you turn like this. Yeah.